Hello again, time for another short video. Today I'm addressing two groups of people. Number one, law enforcement officers all across the United States. All of you. From every branch, every department, every division. This is for all law enforcement officers. The other group that I want to address are statists. People who support law enforcement, who view law enforcement in a certain way. Okay, and by that I mean people who still believe, mistakenly, that the police are there to serve and protect them. Okay, after Charlottesville, we can clearly see that you law enforcement officers are not there to serve and protect we the people at all. Now, a lot of us a lot of us who are not statists have known this our entire lives. Okay, this is nothing new. But you Leos, this weekend, finally managed to show your true colors. You demonstrated to us all who you truly work for, who you really do serve and protect. And we all know now that it's not us. It's your globalist elite masters. It's the ones who are against us. So basically, law enforcement officers all across this country, in every branch, every division, yes, I am lumping you all into one category because you've demonstrated to us in Charlottesville that you are an enemy of the people. You drove a permitted protesting crowd. You took a bunch of people who had a permit to have a rally, and you herded them deliberately and intentionally straight into the people that you knew were going to attack them. You already knew in advance that these people, Antifa, Black Bloc, whatever they are, you already knew, you had foreknowledge that these people intended on attacking Trump supporters, the alt-right movement, or whatever you're calling neo-Nazis, the whole nine yards. You already knew that Antifa had every intention of engaging in physical violence with these people, initiating the violence, not defending themselves. They were the aggressors, they were the attackers, and you knew this in advance, and you deliberately, willfully, and intentionally herded peaceful people who had no intention of engaging in violence straight into them. You did it purposefully. You did not allow them to retreat after they begged you multiple times, and this is online for everybody to see, by the way. You know that, right? You know how... You know you've been exposed. You're done. You, law enforcement officers of the United States, you are the ones who eroded the trust between police and us. We don't trust you anymore. We don't respect you anymore. You know what? Now we fear you. Okay? Because we know that you're not out there to protect us. We know by your actions that you are there to harm us. We know that you are our enemy. You're an enemy of us, regular, normal people. You work for the government. You're the arm of force of the government. And the government has become an enemy of the people. Therefore, by extension and by your very deliberate actions, you have made yourself an enemy of the people. You're no longer respected, you're feared. Nobody that is feared lasts for very long in a society. Criminals are feared. They don't last long. You know where they wind up? Dead or in prison. So the future that you law enforcement officers have created for yourselves does not look good, because there is going to come a point at which your actions are going to become so egregious that people who are now opposed to each other are going to wind up coming together putting their differences aside to oppose you, to protect themselves from you. That's right. People with major differences with each other right now are eventually going to see that they need to put those differences aside and come together to protect themselves from you. You who supposedly are there to serve and protect the people. Everybody now knows it's a lie. You know it's a lie. And yet, did you go to work this morning? Did you put your badge on today? Did you strap on your gun? I mean, I don't care if you have guns. You should have guns. Everybody should have guns. I'm very pro Second Amendment. In fact, I think people ought to be better armed than you are, so that they can defend themselves from you, which looks like more and more that's going to be the case. So I just want you officers to know, as a group, okay, I'm not picking on any one individual officer, because I know there are a lot of good people with genuine good intentions who get up and go to work every day, and they go through all the bullshit that's thrown at them, and they genuinely do work to serve and protect the people. But your departments, your philosophies don't. The funding that you guys get doesn't do anything to serve or protect us. It just gets you more money. Civil asset forfeiture is a crime against the people perpetrated by you. Okay? You guys are the thieves. You guys in badges and squad cars are the real criminals, the real outlaws, the real brigands, the thieves, the bad guys, the murderers. Do you get that? We don't trust you anymore. And eventually, if you don't change what you're doing, if you don't start sticking up for us against our government, then you're going to have to be sticking up for yourselves, because we're not going to tolerate this anymore. We're not going to tolerate this for very much longer. Continue doing what you're doing like you did in Charlotte this weekend, and people are going to put their differences aside because they'll understand who the real enemy is, and it's you. So sorry about that. It must suck to be a law enforcement officer in 2017, especially after Charlottesville. It must really, really suck. Well, you know who it sucks more for? The ones that you aggressed against. The ones that you herded deliberately directly into the arms of Antifa, where you knew they were going to be attacked, and you did nothing to protect them. You're the enemy now. Feel good about yourself? I hope so.